What if I told you that the decisions you make in your 20s could mean the difference between financial freedom at 40 or working till you're 70? Most people waste their 20s chasing trends, living paycheck to paycheck, and thinking, I'll figure it out later. But those who win financially, those who live on their terms, they all have one thing in common. They started early. Today, we're diving deep into why financial planning in your 20s is not just smart, it's life-changing. Let's start with a truth that schools never taught us. Compound interest is magic. If you invest 5,000 rupees a month starting at 25 and get just a 12% annual return, by the time you're 55, you'll have over 17,500,000 rupees. But if you start at 35, that same investment gives you just 5,600,000 rupees. That's the power of time. Your 20s give you the most valuable financial resource, time. Not money, not a job, not even your degree. It's time. In your 20s, you're forming your adult identity, your routines, habits, mindset. If you start budgeting now, you'll think differently about money forever. If you start saving now, you'll never panic in emergencies. If you start investing now, you'll never rely on a boss, a company, or even the government for your future. Good habits built early become financial superpowers later. Want to be a millionaire by 40? Start with these 3 habits in your 20s. Spend less than you earn. Invest the difference. Never stop learning. In your 20s, you want to explore, travel, maybe even switch careers. That's beautiful. But guess what gives you the freedom to do all that? Money. Not just any money, planned, intentional finances. Financial planning is not about restricting your fun. It's about maximizing your choices. You want to take a year off and travel? You can because you saved. You want to launch a startup at 30? Go ahead because you planned. Your 20s can be wild and free if your money is grounded and wise. Financial planning also helps you avoid common traps. Overspending on lifestyle, buying liabilities instead of assets, falling into credit card debt, ignoring insurance, no emergency fund. Your 20s are full of firsts, first salary, first rent, first credit card. Without a plan, those firsts can become financial disasters. With a plan, they become your first steps toward wealth. Here's another secret. The younger you are, the more risk you can take and benefit from. Want to invest in stocks? Great. Want to explore crypto or a business idea? Even better. At 25, if you fail, you bounce back. At 45, failure hits harder. Your 20s are for learning. But when you combine learning with planning, you don't just experiment, you grow. You don't need to be rich to start planning. Start with these. Open a savings account and automate 2,000 rupees every month. Start a SIP in a mutual fund, even with 500 rupees. Learn one new finance concept every week. Create a simple budget. Get basic term life and health insurance. You don't need perfection. You need consistency. Imagine this. You're 28. You lose your job, but you have 6 months of expenses saved. You're 29. You want to quit your job to freelance. You can because you have investments backing you. You're 30. You want to marry and start a family. You can because you're not drowning in debt. That's peace of mind. That's the real reward of financial planning. When you control your finances, you control your choices. You live where you want, work where you want, marry when you want, retire how you want. Money doesn't buy happiness, but it buys options. And options lead to freedom. Your 20s are your opportunity to set that foundation. Don't wait till 30. Don't wait for your first big job. Don't wait for someday. Your someday is today. Start small. Start messy. Just start. If you found value in this video, hit the like button, subscribe for more money wisdom, and share this with a friend who needs a financial wake-up call. And remember, it's not about being rich overnight. It's about being ready always. Plan now. Live free later.